Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss all about the soil exploration and today introduction part of soil exploration. Soil exploration. As a geotechnical engineer or civil engineer, we are required to have some information about the soil, basic information of soil, foundation that will support adequate structural load. One must understand the nature of the soil that will support the foundation. The process of determining layers of natural soil deposit that will underlie a proposed structure and their physical properties is generally referred to as subsurface exploration. Foundation engineers should always remember that the soil at a given site is frequently non-homogeneous. That is, the formation of the soil profile may be variable. Soil mechanics theories concern ideal conditions. The application of these theories to foundation engineering problems involves judicious evaluation of the information on site condition and soil parameter obtained from field exploration programs. And then now here the what is the purpose of a soil exploration and why we are going to explore the soil. The purpose of a soil exploration is to obtain the information that will aid the geotechnical engineer in the following way. The first one, selection of the type and depth of the foundation. Selection of the type and depth of the foundation suitable for a given structure. The second one, evaluating the load bearing capacity of the foundation. And the third one, estimating the probable settlement of a structure. And the fourth one, determining potential foundation problems, that is expansible soil, collapsible soil, sanitary landfills, and so on. And fifth one, determining the location of the water table. Uh, Sixth one, predicting the lateral earth pressure for the structures such as retaining wall, seat pile walls, seat pile bulkheads, and braced cuts. And the seventh one, establishing construction method for changing subsoil conditions. These are the purposes of subsurface or soil exploration. Subsurface exploration program. Subsurface exploration comprises several steps, including the collection of the preliminary information, reconnaissance, and site investigation. Collection of preliminary information. These steps involve obtaining information regarding the type of structure to be built and its general use. For the construction of building, the approximate column load and their spacing and the local building code and the basement required should be known. The construction of bridge required determining the length of their span and loading on the pier and abutments, etc. A general idea of the topography and the type of the soil to be encountered near and around the proposed site can be obtained from the following sources. The following sources may be Indian Geological Survey maps. We can get the information from the geological survey maps. Second one from state government geological survey maps, Indian State Department of Agriculture Soil Conservation Service country soil reports, agronomy maps published by the Agriculture Department of various states, hydrological information published by the states of engineers, including records of stream flow, information on flood level, tidal records, and so on. Uh, and we can also get the information from highway department soil manuals published by several states. uh, the information collected from these sources can be extremely helpful in planning a site investigation. In some cases, substantial savings may be realized by anticipating problem that may be encountered later in the soil exploration program. Several stages in subsurface exploration. The first step is reconnaissance. Recognize. It is the very first step that the site engineer, soil engineer, we can say civil engineer uh, uh, took visit to the site and to study the map and other relevant records. Reconnaissance is the first step that the site engineer or civil engineer just visit to the site and just study the maps and other relevant records. And in second stage, preliminary exploration. In this stage, some several tests are done uh, at field or in lab to determine the depth, thickness, extent, and composition of each stratum at the site, depth of the bedrock and groundwater table. And in last, the third one, detailed exploration uh, to determine the engineering properties of the soil. For this, detailed exploration is done. The several tests in lab, as the geotech site investigation is done in very detail. The site investigation is directly related to the cost. As we go for more detail, more precise results, the cost of the investigation increases. And first, we will discuss all about the reconnaissance. Reconnaissance, the engineer should always make a visual inspection of the site to obtain the information about about the general topography of the site, the possible existence of drainage ditches, abandoned dumps of or debris, and other material present at the site. Also, evidence of creep of slope and deep, wide shrinkage cracks at regular space interval may be indicative of expensive soil. And to know about to obtain the information about the soil stratification from deep cuts such as those made for the construction of nearby highway and railroads. uh, mm, in this information, soil stratification we can get from reconnaissance by doing the survey, first the survey. The type of vegetation at the site, किस तरीके की vegetation है site पर, which may indicate the nature of the soil. For example, mesquite cover in central Texas may indicate the existence of expensive clay that can cause foundation problems. If there is an expensive soil, we have to encounter that soil by doing some uh, uh, ground improvement techniques, else it may be problematic. High water marks on nearby buildings and bridge abutments, and groundwater levels, which can be determined by checking nearby wells. And the next one, the type of construction nearby and the existence of any cracks in walls or other problems. The nature of the stratification and physical properties of the soil nearby also can be obtained from any available soil exploration report on existing structures. These are the several information that we can obtain from this. Uh, Thank you.